Your personal struggles, challenges, and emotions are deeply valuable. They are not just random experiences, they shape who you are and define your journey. However, not everyone is worthy of knowing the details of your hardships. In a world where people are quick to judge, gossip, or offer unsolicited advice, it's crucial to be intentional about who you share your struggles with. When we face difficulties, the natural instinct is often to seek comfort and validation by talking about our problems. While this can be helpful when done with the right people, oversharing with the wrong audience can backfire. Not everyone listens with empathy, nor does everyone want the best for you. Some might minimize your pain, turn your vulnerability into gossip, or use your struggles against you. True connection happens in a space of trust and mutual respect. If someone hasn't demonstrated that they can hold your story with care, they haven't earned the right to hear it. It's important to identify who truly supports you and who is simply curious or even entertained by your challenges. Moreover, sharing your problems with the wrong people can sometimes leave you feeling worse. If their response is dismissive, judgmental, or self-serving, it can make you feel unheard and invalidated. Instead of relief, you might experience frustration, regret, or even shame. This doesn't mean you should suppress your emotions or never open up. It simply means that discernment is key. Share with people who uplift you, who respect your feelings, and who offer support rather than just an opinion. Your story is precious, and not everyone deserves a front row seat to it. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. Many people assume that being open about their struggles with everyone is a sign of authenticity and courage. While vulnerability is indeed powerful, it is not meant to be shared indiscriminately. True strength lies in knowing when, where, and with whom to be vulnerable. This is what we call selective vulnerability, the ability to open up in a way that serves your growth rather than exposing you to unnecessary harm. When you are selective about your vulnerability, you take control of your personal narrative. Instead of seeking validation from just anyone, you choose to share your experiences with people who have earned your trust. These are the people who genuinely care, who will hold space for you without judgment, and who will help you navigate your challenges rather than exploit your struggles. Being vulnerable with the wrong people can be damaging. Some individuals may take your openness as a weakness and use it against you. Others might dismiss your feelings, leaving you feeling even more alone than before you shared. Worse still, some may turn your pain into gossip, spreading your personal challenges without your consent. This is why it's essential to recognize that not everyone is equipped to handle your truth with care and compassion. However, when you practice selective vulnerability, you cultivate stronger, more meaningful connections. Sharing your struggles with the right people fosters trust, deepens relationships, and provides genuine support. It also reinforces your own emotional resilience. You are not just dumping emotions onto others, but engaging in healthy conversations that help you process and grow. Additionally, selective vulnerability allows you to maintain a sense of personal power. It doesn't mean bottling up emotions or pretending everything is fine. Instead, it means setting boundaries, protecting your energy, and ensuring that when you do open up, it is with intention and purpose. You share when you are ready, not because you feel pressured to do so. In the end, vulnerability is not about seeking sympathy or attention. It's about building authentic connections with those who truly matter. Strength comes from knowing that you don't have to expose every part of yourself to be real. You can be open without being reckless, and you can be honest without giving everyone access to your deepest wounds. Would you like me to refine or expand any specific aspect of this? We all experience moments of stress, pain, and frustration. When life becomes overwhelming, the natural instinct is to talk about it with someone. However, there is a significant difference between healthy sharing and emotional dumping. And understanding this difference can greatly impact our relationships, mental well-being, and personal growth. What is emotional dumping? Emotional dumping occurs when someone unloads all their problems, frustrations, and negative emotions onto another person without considering how it affects them. It often happens impulsively, without boundaries, and in a way that seeks immediate relief rather than real resolution. People who emotionally dump may overshare their problems with little regard for the listener's time, energy, or emotional capacity. Repeat the same issues over and over without being open to solutions or support. Unintentionally treat others like a therapist rather than a friend or partner. Expect immediate responses and validation without considering if the listener is in a place to help. Leave conversations feeling lighter while the other person feels drained or overwhelmed. The issue with emotional dumping is that while it might feel good in the moment, it doesn't lead to real growth or problem solving. Instead, it creates a cycle where the person continuously unloads their emotions but never actively works toward healing. Worse, it can strain relationships as the listener may begin to feel emotionally exhausted, used, or even resentful. What is healthy sharing? Healthy sharing, on the other hand, is a balanced way of expressing emotions that fosters connection and support without overwhelming others. It involves self-awareness, respect for boundaries, and a willingness to engage in a meaningful, reciprocal conversation. Healthy sharing looks like being mindful of who you confide in and ensuring they are emotionally available to listen. Expressing emotions in a way that allows for dialogue rather than one-sided venting. Being open to feedback, solutions, or different perspectives rather than just seeking validation. Respecting the other person's time and emotional bandwidth. Taking responsibility for your emotions instead of expecting others to fix them. When you engage in healthy sharing, you create space for deeper connections. You invite support, but you also offer understanding in return. Instead of just unloading negativity, you engage in meaningful conversations that help you process emotions constructively. How to shift from emotional dumping to healthy sharing. If you recognize patterns of emotional dumping in yourself, don't be too hard on yourself. Many people do it unintentionally. The key is learning to manage emotions in a way that is fair to both yourself and those around you. Here are some ways to shift toward healthy sharing. Pause before you vent. Before reaching out to someone, ask yourself, am I seeking support or am I just looking to offload my emotions? If it's the latter, consider writing your thoughts down first or engaging in self-reflection. Ask for permission instead of immediately diving into your problems. Check in with the person first. A simple, hey, I'm going through something. Do you have the space to talk? Can make a huge difference in respecting boundaries. Be mindful of repetition. If you find yourself talking about the same issue repeatedly without taking steps to address it, consider seeking professional help or journaling to work through emotions on a deeper level. Balance the conversation. Ensure that your relationships aren't one-sided. Offer the same support and listening ear that you seek from others. Seek solutions, not just validation. While it's okay to share feelings, also be open to feedback, perspectives, or ways to move forward rather than staying stuck in negativity. Consider other outlets. Sometimes emotions need to be processed internally before they are shared. Meditation, journaling, physical activity, or creative outlets can help you regulate emotions before seeking external support. By transitioning from emotional dumping to healthy sharing, you strengthen your relationships, deepen trust, and cultivate emotional resilience. You also empower yourself to process emotions in a way that leads to true healing rather than temporary relief. In today's world of social media and instant communication, it has become increasingly common for people to share their personal struggles with a wide audience. Whether it's through posts, videos, or long captions, many feel the need to put their pain on display for validation, sympathy, or even just a sense of release. While vulnerability is an essential part of human connection, not all pain should be shared publicly. Your struggles, hardships, and emotional wounds are deeply personal. They are not entertainment, gossip, or a spectacle for others to analyze, judge, or critique. When you share your pain with the wrong audience, whether that's a large group of acquaintances, social media followers, or people who haven't earned your trust, you risk exposing yourself to misunderstandings, judgment, and even manipulation. The risks of oversharing pain publicly, misinterpretation and judgment. Not everyone will understand your pain in the way you intend them to. When you share personal struggles publicly, you leave room for misinterpretation. Some people may judge you, question your decisions, or give unsolicited advice that makes you feel worse rather than better. Others might view your openness as a sign of weakness rather than courage, exploitation, and insensitivity. The harsh reality is that not everyone has good intentions. Some people thrive on drama and negativity, and they might use your pain for gossip, entertainment, or even manipulation. In professional settings, oversharing struggles can also impact how you are perceived, affecting opportunities or relationships. Temporary validation versus valor. Invalidation versus valor, an argument in the future. Temporary validation, true healing when pain is shared publicly, it often brings a rush of validation, comments, messages, or reactions that provide temporary relief. However, this external validation doesn't equate to true healing. Healing comes from self-reflection, processing emotions, and receiving genuine support from trusted individuals, not from likes and comments. Losing control of your own narrative, once something is shared publicly, you no longer control how it is received, interpreted, or remembered. The internet never forgets, and even in personal conversations, stories can be retold in ways that distort the truth. Protecting your narrative means being intentional about when and with whom you share your struggles. How to protect your pain and share wisely. Choose safe spaces. Your pain should be shared in spaces where you feel safe, supported, and truly heard. This could be with close friends, family members, mentors, or therapists, people who have proven they can handle your vulnerability with care and respect. Ask yourself, what's my purpose in sharing? Before sharing something deeply personal, ask yourself, am I sharing this to heal or am I seeking external validation? If the latter, it might be more beneficial to process the emotions privately first. Understand that not everyone needs to know everything. You don't owe anyone access to your pain. Just because people ask questions doesn't mean you have to answer. Healthy boundaries allow you to protect your emotions while still engaging in meaningful connections. Be mindful of social media sharing. If you do choose to share personal struggles online, consider the long-term impact. Are you comfortable with this information being out there indefinitely? Is this something you might regret sharing later? Sometimes waiting until you've processed the experience before sharing can lead to a more thoughtful and constructive message. Heal privately, share when ready. True strength lies in facing your struggles with resilience and grace. When you have processed your pain, you can choose to share your story from a place of empowerment rather than distress. This shift allows your experiences to inspire others rather than becoming a source of pity or gossip. Final thoughts, your pain is not a performance and it is not meant for public consumption. It is a deeply personal experience that deserves care, privacy, and respect. While it's important to seek support, it's equally important to be mindful of who you share with and why you're sharing. By protecting your emotional well-being and choosing your confidants wisely, you build strength, resilience, and self-respect. In moments of emotional distress, the urge to immediately share our struggles can feel overwhelming. Whether it's confiding in a friend, posting on social media, or venting to a coworker, we often believe that expressing our pain will bring relief. While sharing can be therapeutic, doing so without processing our emotions first can lead to regret, misunderstandings, and unintended consequences. Processing before sharing is the practice of taking time to understand and manage our emotions before exposing them to others. It allows us to gain clarity, regulate our feelings, and ensure that when we do share, it is with intention and purpose. Why processing first is important. Avoid saying something you might regret. When emotions are high, we are more likely to speak impulsively. This can lead to saying things we don't truly mean or oversharing in ways that make us feel vulnerable later. Taking time to process allows you to communicate in a way that aligns with your true feelings rather than a temporary emotional reaction. Gain clarity on your feelings. Sometimes we don't fully understand what we are feeling in the moment. Are we truly upset, or are we just tired? Is the situation as serious as it seems, or is it a passing frustration? Processing helps separate temporary emotions from deeper issues, giving us a clearer understanding of what we need. Choose the right person to share with. Not everyone is equipped to handle your vulnerability with care. Processing first helps you identify the right person to confide in, someone who is supportive, trustworthy, and emotionally available to listen. If you share too quickly, you might end up turning to someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. Prevent emotional dumping. When we share without processing, we often engage in emotional dumping, unloading all our feelings onto another person without considering their emotional capacity. This can overwhelm others and strain relationships. Processing first ensures that when we do open up, it is in a balanced and respectful way. Empower yourself rather than seek external validation. When we immediately share our struggles, we might be seeking validation rather than true support. We hope that others will reassure us, take our side, or make us feel better. While external support is valuable, true empowerment comes from learning to regulate our emotions internally first. Control your narrative. Once you share something, you lose control over how it is received or interpreted. By taking time to process, you ensure that when you do share, your words accurately reflect your thoughts and emotions. This protects you from being misunderstood or having your pain turned into gossip. How to process before sharing. Sit with your emotions before reaching out to someone. Take a moment to sit with your feelings. Ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Is this something I need to talk about now, or can I give myself more time to understand it? Write it down. Journaling can be a powerful way to process emotion. Writing down your thoughts allows you to express them without fear of judgment and can bring clarity to the situation. Sometimes after writing things out, you may realize you don't need to share at all. Engage in self-regulation instead of seeking immediate external validation. Try calming your emotions first. Deep breathing, meditation, exercise, or a simple walk can help clear your mind and reduce emotional intensity before deciding to share. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Before sharing, identify what you hope to gain. Are you looking for advice, comfort, or simply a listening ear? Clarifying this beforehand can help you approach the conversation in a way that leads to meaningful support rather than confusion. Wait for the right time. Timing matters. If emotions are still raw, you might not communicate effectively. Waiting until you feel calmer allows for a more thoughtful, productive conversation. It also ensures that the person you're speaking with is in a good place to listen and support you. Decide if sharing is necessary. Not every emotion or experience needs to be shared. After processing, you may realize that the issue isn't as significant as it first seemed, or that you can work through it on your own. Learning to navigate emotions independently builds emotional resilience and self-trust. When you're ready to share after processing, if you still feel the need to share, do so with intention. Choose someone who has proven to be supportive and approach the conversation with clarity. Instead of venting impulsively, express your thoughts in a way that invites understanding and meaningful connection. For example, instead of saying, I can't believe what happened today, I'm so frustrated and I don't know what to do, You might say, I had a difficult situation today and I've been processing it. I really appreciate your perspective. Are you in a space to talk? This approach not only respects the other person's boundaries, but also ensures that the conversation is constructive rather than emotionally overwhelming. Final thoughts? Not every problem needs to be immediately shared. Learning to process your emotions before expressing them allows you to communicate more effectively, protect your emotional well-being, and build deeper, more meaningful relationships. By taking time to reflect, you empower yourself to share from a place of strength rather than emotional chaos. Life is unpredictable, filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. While difficulties are inevitable, the way we respond to them determines our strength and personal growth. Resilience is the ability to navigate hardship, adapt to adversity, and emerge stronger from life's challenges. It is not about avoiding difficulties, but rather learning how to rise after falling. When you cultivate resilience, you empower yourself not by eliminating struggles, but by developing the tools to overcome them. What is resilience? Resilience is often mistaken for toughness or emotional suppression. However, true resilience is not about pretending everything is fine or suppressing emotions. It is about embracing challenges, processing emotions in a healthy way, and using setbacks as opportunities for growth. It is the ability to stand strong in the face of adversity while remaining open to learning and transformation. At its core, resilience includes emotional regulation, managing emotions effectively so they don't control your reactions, self-awareness, understanding your triggers, strengths, and areas for growth, adaptability, learning to shift your mindset and adjust to new circumstances, inner strength, believing in your ability to overcome obstacles even when the odds seem against you. Support seeking, knowing when and how to reach out for help without losing your sense of independence. The power of resilience and personal empowerment. Resilience gives you control over your life. Hardships and setbacks are unavoidable, but how you respond to them is within your control. When you build resilience, you shift from a victim mindset, why is this happening to me, to an empowered mindset, what can I learn from this? This shift in perspective allows you to take charge of your circumstances rather than feeling powerless against them. Resilience helps you process pain constructively. Challenges can bring emotional pain, frustration, or even a sense of defeat. Without resilience, it's easy to become overwhelmed or stuck in negativity. However, when you cultivate resilience, you learn to process emotions in a way that strengthens you rather than drains you. Instead of dwelling on problems, you focus on solutions and personal growth. Resilience strengthens your mental and emotional health. Life struggles can take a toll on mental health, leading to stress, anxiety, or even burnout. Resilience acts as a protective factor, helping you navigate hardships with greater ease. By developing resilience, you increase your emotional endurance, making it easier to cope with challenges without being consumed by them. Resilience builds confidence every time you overcome a challenge. You prove to yourself that you are capable. Each victory, no matter how small, reinforces self-trust and confidence. Over time, this builds an unshakable belief in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Resilience encourages growth and learning. Struggles and setbacks often come with valuable lessons. When you approach challenges with a resilient mindset, you shift your focus from why is this happening to me to what can I learn from this. This mindset allows you to turn pain into wisdom and use difficulties as stepping stones for future success. How to cultivate resilience, develop emotional awareness. Resilience begins with understanding your emotions. Take time to recognize what you're feeling and why. Rather than suppressing difficult emotions, allow yourself to acknowledge and process them in a healthy way. Reframe negative thoughts. Your thoughts shape your reality. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, view them as opportunities to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I turn this setback into a comeback? Reframing struggles in a positive light strengthens your ability to navigate them. Strengthen your support system. Resilience does not mean handling everything alone. Strong support systems, whether friends, family, mentors, or therapists, provide encouragement and perspective. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, remind you of your strength, and help you navigate difficult moments. Practice self-compassion. Being resilient doesn't mean being perfect. You will make mistakes, have moments of doubt, and feel overwhelmed at times, and that's okay. Instead of being hard on yourself, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you would offer a close friend. Set healthy boundaries. Not every battle is worth fighting, and not every problem is yours to solve. Resilience includes knowing when to say no, distancing yourself from toxic situations, and protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Setting boundaries allows you to conserve energy for the things that truly matter. Take care of your body and mind. Physical and mental resilience go hand in hand. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, quality sleep, and mindfulness practices all contribute to emotional strength. Taking care of your body provides the foundation for handling stress and adversity with greater ease. Embrace discomfort and challenge yourself. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. The more you challenge yourself, whether in small daily habits or major life decisions, the stronger you become. Resilience is built by facing and overcoming obstacles, not avoiding them. Focus on what you can control. Many aspects of life are beyond your control, but your reactions, mindset, and decisions are always within your power. Instead of dwelling on what you can't change, focus on what you can do to improve the situation. This empowers you to take meaningful action rather than feeling helpless. Resilience in action, turning setbacks into strength. Imagine two people face the same hardship: losing a job, experiencing a breakup, or facing a personal failure. One person sees it as a sign of defeat, feeling hopeless and stuck. The other sees it as an opportunity for growth, reflecting on lessons learned, developing new skills, and preparing for better opportunities. What makes the difference? Resilience. The person who is resilient refuses to let adversity define them. Instead, they use it as fuel for transformation. They acknowledge their emotions, but do not let challenges break them. They seek solutions instead of remaining stuck in despair. They keep moving forward, knowing that setbacks are temporary, and strength is built through perseverance. And final thoughts: empowering yourself through resilience is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Life will always present challenges, but by developing resilience, you equip yourself with the tools to handle them with strength, grace, and confidence. True empowerment doesn't come from avoiding hardship. It comes from facing it, learning from it, and emerging stronger than before. Your struggles do not define you. Your ability to rise above them does. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and emotional hardship. How we choose to navigate these struggles determines not just our well-being, but also our personal growth and development. Throughout this speech, we've explored the importance of selective vulnerability, processing before sharing, and building resilience. All essential tools in reclaiming control over our lives. Not everyone deserves access to your strength. Your struggles are not for public consumption, nor should they be shared impulsively without reflection. True strength lies in discerning who has earned the right to hear your story. When we process before sharing, we avoid emotional dumping, protect our inner peace, and ensure that we communicate from a place of clarity rather than chaos. Resilience is the foundation of empowerment. It is the ability to rise from adversity, to learn from pain, and to transform setbacks into strength. Every hardship is an opportunity, not to seek validation from others, but to cultivate wisdom, confidence, and inner fortitude. Strength is not measured by how loudly we share our struggles, but by how gracefully we overcome them. As you move forward, remember your voice is powerful, but silence can be just as strong. Empower yourself by choosing when, how, and with whom you share your story. Protect your energy, build resilience, and trust that true healing comes from within, not from external validation. You are stronger than you think, and every challenge you face is shaping you into a wiser, more empowered version of yourself.